I don't know what you want me to do. Set it on fire, get my money back, jog around with other bitches in it. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna help me, like you're not even trying to cheer me out or anything.
Look.
You go to hell.
One of the things that I hate to see right now, they showing a lot of people right now going into crazy amounts of debt for the holiday.
Americans will spend about $553 billion this holiday season. Almost half the country is planning to go into debt like it's tradition.
Welcome back to the channel, and Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing part of this holiday to tune into my channel. So like I promised, today is our Christmas special, and I'm super excited to be sharing this moment with you guys as this year is coming to a close. But as this year is coming to a close, I want to finish it off on a strong note. This channel has been doing insanely well, growing insanely fast, and getting a ton of love and support, and I appreciate all of you guys, which is one of the reasons I grind so hard, because I know many of you look forward to my videos each and every day, and I will not let you down. Now on today's video, we have an absolutely insane one. A woman crashing out about a Cadillac Escalade ESV that her cheating ex is driving. Oh, is this one a fun one? Not only that, but we're going to be taking a look at the economic impact that Christmas shopping has on your everyday American. Now I know you guys love my longer videos, so I decided this Christmas special is going to be my longest video yet. So grab your snacks, take a seat, and enjoy the ride as we look at the crazy that is this Cadillac Escalade situation and the insane that is Christmas shopping in America. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Guys, I had this girl hit me up from TikTok. She wants to sell us a 2021 Cadillac Escalade ESV. Let's give her a call. All right, so you want to sell me a 2021 Escalade? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so you told me it has 130,000 miles. You put a lot of miles on this, huh?
Yeah, we were using it for Uber.
Okay. And why do you want to sell it?
So, I guess, like, long story short, I was dating this guy, and I helped him get the car because I knew he was going to do Uber, and we're going to, like, pay it off.
You financed it for how much?
84 months.
84 months? Damn, that's a while. You must have good credit, though.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I got you. So, all right, so look, I just appraised the car. With that mileage, you're looking at about 40,000, you know, in trade-in. So can you bring it by?
No. So we broke up, and I've been trying to call him about this, but he's not, like, picking up. He's not texting me back or anything.
It's just, one of the only options would be for you to just bring me the car. But unfortunately, you're 30,000 upside down on this car. Are you able to bring me the car plus another 30,000? Just because you owe 70,000, the car is worth around 40. If the condition of the car checks out, is that something you're able to do?
So he's on Tinder. He's on Tinder with the car that I paid for. I put the down payment on it for us to build together. He's on Tinder. He's driving around. I'm paying $1,600 a month for this. I genuinely don't have.
All right. Okay. Let's break this one down. Okay. So she financed this Cadillac Escalade for 84 months. On top of that, this Cadillac Escalade has 120,000 miles on it. And for a 2021 vehicle, that's a lot of miles. Now, she was offered $40,000 on this vehicle, but the boyfriend won't give the car back. What the fuck? What kind of soap opera is that? Now, she needs $30K to get out of this vehicle because she owes $70,000 on it. But here's the crazy part. She has a $1,600 car payment on this vehicle. Now, I know what you're thinking. It can't possibly get any worse than that. Well, I would say to you, you obviously have not been watching my channel long enough.
That money, if you like, what can I do? Like, what are my other options? I feel like there has to be, like, one.
Well, your first option is to get the car back as soon as possible because it's under your name.
So, I'm trying to understand why you're not trying, not trying to help me. Because all I wanted to do was help him so we can get a house together. And he told me he wanted, like, a family and to get married and to do all this, whatever. And now I can't even get the car back that I'm paying for. And you're telling me that there's no other option. So It's either I gotta go back and steal that car, tear out the tires. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Set it on fire, get my money back.
I don't
it's gonna affect my credit. No. And it's gonna get repoed either way. So if it's gonna get repoed either way, I might as well fuck that shit up. Like, get my car back, get my money's worth if he's jogging around with other bitches in it. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna help me.
I mean, I completely understand, but the thing is, you know, even if you do that, it's your car's still under your name.
What the fuck is that? What are you talking about? Is it in your name or is it in the guy's name? I don't understand. If it's in your name, woman, you should be able to get the car back pretty easily because it's your vehicle. You're the rightful owner of the vehicle. Albeit it has a loan on it, but it doesn't matter. You are the borrower of the vehicle. So your boyfriend has no claim to the car. I don't understand why you're saying you'd have to go steal it back. Technically, he stole from you if it's your vehicle. Or did you just provide the down payment and the vehicle is actually financed through him, therefore it's his car, but you just provided the down payment? In that case, you're SOL because it was your choice as a grown adult to provide the down payment for your ex. So I'm kind of confused because I thought this was her vehicle that the boyfriend was driving and like he just refuses to get it back, putting him in contempt of the law. I'm not, at this point, I'm kind of confused. Gus looks confused. I think she's confused. I don't think anybody knows what's going on.
Like, you bought it under your credit. So whatever you do to that car, you know, it's your car at the end of the day. It's not his.
Okay, so it is in her name. So what is she talking about? You can get the car back, woman. Dude. Anyways, okay, let's continue.
So if you decide to damage it and whatnot, it's just going to decrease the value of the car, thus making your negative equity larger. I'd say recommend just getting the car. I mean, if you get a repo on your credit's going to be low for the next few years unless you file bankruptcy.
I can't just dispute that.
I don't know how to do that. I mean, if you know how to do that, then be my guest. But again, you're still going to be on the hook for that money. They're going to sue you. They're going to come after you. They're going to seize your assets. All the above. If you want to buy a house, one, you got to get this car after credit because it's probably making your DTI, your debt to income ratio, extremely low. And then two, if you repo that car, it's going to be on your credit, and they're never going to give you a loan on the house. We'll never say never, but you know, it's just going to be much tougher.
Like, I don't know what else to do about this. He's stealing the car that I'm paying for. It's costing me $1,600 a month. Like, you know, like, please understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, so look, this is the unfortunate reality of shacking up with someone that you are not married with. Many Americans make this mistake. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not something that cannot be rectified. However, guys and girls watching this channel, do not combine finances with someone you are not married with. I have personally made this mistake in the past before. And once I learned that lesson moving forward, I never did it again. At the end of the day, are there some circumstances where it can work? Sure, if you cohabitate, you guys can have a bank account where bills come out of, but for the most part, in most cases, it does not make sense to have shared finances with someone you are not married to.
I mean, I understand, but unfortunately, that's my only option is I buy the car from you, and you come up with that negative equity, and otherwise, there's nothing I can do.
I don't understand how you're all over TikTok and you're talking about helping people, but I'm here with a real life situation. I'm here getting my heart played with paying $1,600 a month, helping this man, and then he turns around and he's fucking other women, and you're not even helping me at all. Like, I think you're such a fucking piece of shit. I think you need to go fucking die. Your fucking company's a piece of shit. Everything you fucking own is a fucking piece of shit. Like, you're not even trying to hear me out or anything. Look, you can fucking go to hell. I think you're a fucking bum ass bitch. Go get a real fucking job.
Miss, all right, that's fine. I mean, I try to help you, but if you can't help yourself, I can't help you either. So. Yo, that was crazy. Like, look, we're not therapists, guys. Don't call me like for therapy sessions or
bitch, shut the fuck up. I can see why this man left you, okay? You are an insufferable freaking, okay? At the end of the day, insufferable women like this chase men away, okay? This is a prime example of a masculine, rambunctious, crass, rude woman. This is the furthest thing from wife material, and this is nobody you should try to build a life with. Now, I don't know anything about the dude. The dude might be a huge bum, a huge loser. He might be someone that you wouldn't want to build a life with if you're a woman. That's fine, but right now the woman is on display, okay? Her behaviors are on display. I don't know what that guy is like. I only know her side of the story. For all we know, the car might not actually be in her name. And here's the reason why I think that. Because if the car was in her name, she could literally just call the police and tell her, hey, my boyfriend has my car and he won't give it back. The fact that she's so upset that he didn't have another solution for her shows that maybe the car is in his name. Maybe she's not telling the complete truth, but she was wanting Gus to work magic so that he could take this car away from her, because I actually believe she came up with the down payment, but I kind of wonder if the car's in his name. So he took out the loan, but she came up with the down payment, whether it was money she had prior to the relationship or money she saved from her job during the relationship. Because the thing is, this is a very simple solution, woman. Call the police, get that car back. Then at that point, you're going to have to just continue making the payments on the vehicle. Hopefully you can refinance for a lower interest rate. Okay. And with your newfound freed up income from your lower payment, you can then pay down the vehicle for the next year or two until you have enough equity in the vehicle that you can sell it and just get out of the vehicle and wipe your hands clean. There's no other avenue to get out of this car. When you take out an auto loan, you are responsible for the money you borrowed. There is no way to get out of it, okay? It's not like credit card debt. This is secured debt. There is no way out. If you borrow for a car, you have to pay it back. And if you do a voluntary repo and they sell it at auction, whatever is remaining on the balance, you're still on the hook for it, and they will come after you.
Or whatever. I'm just trying to buy cars, make a living here. And if you're going to crash out on me, don't even bother calling. But she just text me. Let me know if you want to buy the car. I would just block her. What a crazy girl.
Let me know. She had the audacity to call him back after that insane crash out, calling him a bum ass dude, saying that he's going to go to hell, telling him to get a real job. Like, it's just insane, the kind of crazy that's out there. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some really good women out there, okay? And if you have your hands on one, you don't hold her tight. But, you know, at the end of the day, someone like this is not the case. Not all women are like this. And, you know, but if you do have one of these in your life, bro, no matter how good that is, you know what I mean? If you know what I'm talking about, no matter how good that is, you know, no matter how good that cookie, you know, because some of these girls, you know, I get it. You know, they got that addicting cookie, right? They got that addicting cookie, okay? And it's the Christmas special. So for YouTube's sakes, I'm talking about Christmas cookies. But it doesn't matter. You gotta let these types of women go, okay? Now, not all women are like this. Some women are genuine, they're awesome, and they're ride or dies, bro, and you gotta keep them by your side. 100%. But yeah, this type of woman, bro, is a no, okay? Stay away from this. Anyways, crazy one. All we have are theories. We don't really know what the truth is. I don't really believe anything a woman like that says. This is the type of woman to lie about grape. This is the type of woman to lie about being taken advantage of. This type of woman is dangerous, fellas. Stay away. Now, again, I'm not excusing the ex. I don't know, for all we know, he was the worst person in the world. But again, he's not on display here. She is. And her behaviors are indicative of a bipolar psycho. Let's look at the comment section. I see why her man's left her. Just tell her to call cop and report it stolen. Not that easy if the car is registered to the man's name. It's tricky. Well, in this case, it's only on her name. Bro, what's up with the broken English? Bro, why are people so stupid, bro? Holy, like what? Like, bro, like, oh my gosh, bro. Bunch of freaking dumbasses. The financing can only be in her name and the registration under his main. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? Oh man, holy. By the way, if you're enjoying today's Christmas special, consider dropping a like, pushing that subscribe button, and pressing that post notification button. I would love to have you join the channel. Now let's go ahead and move into the Christmas part of today's episode. Nothing like that last minute Christmas shopping, right? I've made this mistake in the past before of waiting last minute to go Christmas shopping. Never again, okay? The lines are crazy. It's hectic out there. Traffic is wild, man. Never again, man. Do your Christmas shopping early or just shop online. Have it sent to your door. It's not rocket science. My man's is struggling to pick her up. Let's look at that again real quick. He almost goes down. Do y'all peep that? He's like, oh, damn, girl. You've been eating too many tamales. Oh, my gosh. Hey man, those Latinas, they're hefty, bro. They be weighing a lot, man. They weigh more than the white girls. Them Latinas are big, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, but in all seriousness, getting into debt for Christmas shopping is not the move. The best way to do it is just save over the months. So, have a fund where look, I'm going to put away $150, let's just say, for every single month until December. Well, then by the end of the year when you're ready to Christmas shop, you have an $1,800 budget to Christmas shop. And in my opinion, that's a pretty adequate budget to buy gifts for your children, which should be the main focus in buying gifts. I think all too often we have this culture where people feel like I need to buy gifts for mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, aunt, friend, teacher, coworker. No, guys, you need to be doing Secret Santas. Exchange whoever you're going to get a gift for in your family. Get one gift, and let's say you get mom, okay, you get a gift for mom. Mom gets brother, okay, mom gets a gift for brother. Brother gets dad, okay, brother's gonna get a gift for dad, right? So that's the best way to do this economically. That's what makes sense, especially for a large family. It's one thing if you're an only child, okay, you can get a present for mom and dad. But for anyone with siblings or a sizable family, Secret Santa is the method.
One of the things that I hate to see right now, they showing a lot of people right now going into crazy, crazy amounts of debt for the holiday. And we already know that people are already going through it. But there was showing that people are literally taking loans out just to buy gifts. And I understand that they had this buy here, pay here, these loans that you're able to apply for online. It's very predatory. But at the same time, you look at the trend of the world that we in right now. It's like if you don't do certain stuff for your kids go back to school feeling down and sad that they didn't get the things they wish that they got. And I get it. As a parent, I try to get my son everything he asked for. But at the same time, it's like, damn, we kind of really be setting ourselves up for destruction, because at the end of the day, you see now we got the most ungrateful people today, from kids to grown-ups. And it's sad because even when it comes to adults, we will buy things knowing we don't have a real need for or a real reason to buy it, and we don't need it, but we would still do it. And you always hear people say, not always, but you hear people say that don't understand money. Well, if I got it, you only live once. Yeah, but until you really need that money for something really important, and then you don't have it.
Absolutely, bro. The you only live once mentality, look, while I understand because it's true, it puts you in a very dangerous position where you're like, oh, well, because I only live one time, I'm going to blow all my money on silly things and never achieve anything financially. So I think that, yes, while we only live one time, you can look at it in two different ways, okay? You can say, I only live once, so money doesn't matter. I'm going to blow it all, and I'm never going to save. I'm never going to invest because it doesn't matter. You can't take it with you when you die. So you're going to just work your job, blow all your money. You're always going to have to work because you never have any cushion to retire on, and you're going to work until you're extremely old, right? You're going to be like a Walmart greeter at 75 years old. Fine, that's person number one. Person number two says, well, you only live once, so I want to be able to have a comfortable existence. But in order to do so, I know that I need to put in the work when I'm young, when I have the most time and energy, the strongest body, right? So because this person only lives once, they're putting in all this work in their early 20s, mid 20s, just their 20s in general. And by the time they're in their 40s, they have a 7-figure net worth. They have a paid off car, which is a nice car. They own property. They're actually set up really well. So now they can relax. They can retire if they want. They can travel. They can provide their family with the type of Christmas they always dreamed of. So you just have to pick and choose. There really isn't a right answer because it is true. We're all just floating in this random rock in the middle of space, and we don't even know why we're here. But you have to choose what type of existence you want.
This is where we at today. We in a very uncomfortable position right now, especially with everything so high, everything just overly priced. You already seen them fake behind Black Friday sales, whereas though the price was already the same as the Black Friday sale. They were showing this lady when she showed that she bought shoes that was $50. But when you went to Black Friday, they were $100, and they said you're getting 50% off. It's the same damn price. It's to fake me out. So people are now being hit to a lot of things, but at the same time, you're also seeing a lot of things be overpriced. Like right now, I remember, I'm buying toys for my son right now. I remember the same toys that I seen a couple years ago was around $30. Now they're pushing for $60. It's crazy. And these characters are made out of plastic. Even though you can take them apart, even though your kid might end up throwing it against the wall, and then next thing you know, he can't use it again. Or he try to play with this little superhero toy with one arm. I'm just saying, this is where we at now, man. It's like the money don't spread as far as it used to, no matter how much you make. Now, if you got millions on millions, then it's a different story.
Yeah, but most people don't have millions on millions. And here's the thing, like, even if you're doing well, right, you're financially successful, you're financially literate, maybe you have a high 6-figure investment portfolio or even a 7-figure investment portfolio, even those guys can't really ball out of control. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, a normal millionaire cannot ball out of control. Like, super, super, super high income earners can ball out of control. So let's say you're making 6 figures a month, 7 figures a month. Yeah, those people can ball out of control, especially if you're closer to 7 figures a month. Like once you pass $100,000 a month, $200,000, $500,000 a month, which is my goal, and I will get there, that's when you can really, really ball out of control. But when you're at that like 10, 20K a month. And I know right now I'm talking some out of touch numbers. I'm sorry, I'll get back to reality for a second, but for a second, because we're talking about high income earners. But when you're making 10 to 35K a month, you got to be really careful in this area, okay? You got to be really careful in the 10 to 35K a month area, because this is where you can fool a lot of people into thinking you're this big baller, but in reality, you're still a small fry in the grand scheme of things. At 10 to 35K a month, you can have the Benz, you can have the house, you can have the clothes, you can go on the vacations, but in reality, you're not building any wealth and you're just blowing all your money and you'll never hit 6 figures a month. I would say that the whole balling out of control, very, 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 very few people really are even in that conversation. Now, returning back to earth with normal Americans that are making 4 to 5K a month, for you guys, I would definitely say, look, just stop keeping up with the Joneses. Your son or daughter does not need this insane, elaborate Christmas. They need to have quality time with parents that truly love them and care for them. This is why I think school is such a toxic place now, with kids comparing who has what and parents trying to contribute to this by buying their kids a bunch of crap they can't afford so that their kid can go brag to the other kids about how awesome their parents are and how their parents are better than the next kid's parents, because the next kid's parents don't spend that much money on them. So I think school is one of the most toxic places nowadays. Public school is just a decrepit, really deplorable system.
Americans will spend about $553 billion this holiday season. That's not a holiday, that's a whole economic infrastructure right there. Nearly half of y'all expect to go into debt. Think about this for a minute. Almost half the country is planning to go into debt like it's tradition. TransUnion says that 42% of shoppers plan to use credit cards, specifically around Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday, which is actually up from last year, which is wild because we're losing jobs by the tens of thousands. There are looming conversations around economic collapses and going into a recession. And a growing chunk of these people are using buy now, pay later.
Yeah, but again, the American populace will never stop consuming. They will do it if it's the last thing you can do. I mean, how many studies have come out that 70% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their account? Half of Americans don't invest at all. 80% of Americans can't afford a $800 emergency if it came their way without going into debt. But you still see the lines packed at Chipotle. You still see the lines packed at Chick-fil-A. Hell, I just passed Chili's the other day and it was like packed. Now, again, I'm not here to judge how people are living their lives. At the end of the day, I'm just giving economic data. Most people don't have a lot of money, but people will still live their lives as if they do, because people will not let their economic stress stop them from living their lives, okay? And that's how it is. Again, at the end of the day, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to report what the reality is. Now, I wouldn't recommend you do that, but again, you're gonna do what you wanna do, and that's totally fine. Yeah, dude, that video has 7.4 million likes. Yeah, there's levels to this. There's there's levels to this. Is that a house, or that kind of looks like a facility, like almost like a hospital? So this says POV, you make $172,000 every day and decided to give your family the best Christmas ever. What do you do to make $172,000 every day? I mean, I'm trying to hit 172 a month. That's one of my next goals, is 6-figure months. I'm really trying to get to 6-figure months, and I will get there. But that's a month. 172K days? My brother. What do you do, bro? What businesses do you own? That's impressive, man. Or is that generational wealth right there? I'm not sure. Okay, let's calculate what that is a year. $62.7 million a year? I don't know, man. That seems kind of like cap. That's a lot of money, bro. That's like no joke. 62.7 million a year? What do you do for that? I mean, that's generational wealth then. That has to be. The only people that can pull 62 M's a year, bro, that's generational wealth. Or like you're maybe like you founded a tech company, or that's very weird. That's very odd. That's not normal to make that kind of money. I totally believe you could become like, you could go from rags to like making 6.2 million a year. That's totally a believable number. But 62 million a year, bro? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, anything's possible, and I'm not going to deny it, and be like a hater or anything. Like, again, but yeah. I mean, I saw the tree. I mean, you see the house, you see the presents. But again, you can put on that kind of Christmas making 6.2 million a year. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if they make that much, but if they do, I guess congrats. That's crazy. Hopefully you're tithing and you're giving a lot of money to the community and you're helping out the less fortunate. You better be making that kind of money. You better be making an impact in your community. I really hope you are. That you're not living a gluttonous life with that kind of money. I sure hope not.
Stop going into debt for the holidays. I'm Mark. I grew up totally broke. I was a millionaire by 29, and now I teach others how to build health, wealth, and a life they can actually be proud of. Look, most people don't want to admit this, but the holiday shopping and spending is one of the biggest traps in America. The average family is going to spend $1,000 in December, and 35% of them will need to take on new debt just to be able to buy gifts they can't afford in the first place. Most of them will not pay that debt off until April of the following year. Now, here's the truth. You don't need to go broke or go into debt to prove that you love people. Let me give you some smarter ways to deal with the holidays this season. 1, Secret Santa your family.
Come on, guys. I got y'all, right? Guys, I will never lead you astray. Look, this guy's got wrinkles, he's got gray hair, and he's in a Bentley, okay? And he's giving you the same advice I am, even though I'm young with neck tattoos. Because wisdom doesn't have an appearance and wisdom doesn't have an age, okay? I'm just saying, okay? I had to give myself that one, all right? I got you guys on this channel. I got you guys.
This means one present to purchase, a price cap. Everyone can breathe easily. That's what my family is doing. 2, pay for all of your gifts using only cash. This way, whenever January rolls around.
Okay, who else said that? All right, I'll stop.
You are not going to have a credit card hangover. 3, choose meaning over material. So write a letter, bake some cookies, make a memory. Somehow find a way to make that gift very memorable. People forget all this junk that you buy them, but they'll remember gratitude and decency from you. And 4th, and my favorite way this year, is slash your family budget by 50%. Take 25% of that money and give it to people who actually need it. You're going to have spent less, you'll have blessed up others, and you will have united your family in a profound way that no other gift buying could have done. Remember that the holidays are not about consumption, but rather they're about connection. Let's lead differently this year. Let's change this. Drop a money bag below if you're going to join me in breaking this crazy cycle this year, and follow me for more no BS money.
Awesome. Yeah, 100%. Guys, what's more meaningful? A thought out gift, maybe like a photo album with like a really intimate letter, or like some sort of a gift that was handmade, some pottery, or like an iPhone, some AirPods. I think you know which one means more and is more meaningful. And you also know which one is less expensive. Of course, it's a photo album, it's a handwritten letter, some pottery, some art, some crochet, and it's gonna mean so much more than just a stupid electronic item. That said, I hope you guys are keeping the Christmas spirit alive in this country. At the end of the day, Christmas is a very special holiday, and it's a very important time of the year, and it's a time that should be cherished. So on this channel, we don't say happy holidays. That's bullcrap. We say Merry Christmas, okay? Merry Christmas. So to each and every one of you watching, Merry Christmas. I appreciate you for sticking to this part of the video. You truly have my heart, and I mean that. Thank you. You are amazing. Thank you for spending your time with me on Christmas to hang out with me and watch my Christmas special. It really means a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into these videos because I care about my fans, and I want to give you guys quality content while also keeping it educational and fun. And with that said, guys, the best time to invest is yesterday. The second best time is today. The time is always right to do what is right. Merry Christmas.